From the Storm Team Weather Lab, KAMC Meteorologist Lance Blocker.
We had another clear day today across the South Plains. Have rather warm mid-90s throughout the region. A couple of showers west of us as you head over towards eastern New Mexico, but those aren't even on the map right now, right? So all clear across our region. We have had some smoke in the area. If you'll notice north of here over towards Colorado and then northern New Mexico, we actually see that gray shaded area that is for air quality alerts. That's because of smoke from wildfires around the region. We went over this last night, but I wanted to give you a quick update here. As these fires have generated, we noticed them on satellite imagery, which has helped us to get help with the forest services and get the appropriate personnel out to battle those. It's kind of a cool way that our satellites, our weather satellites, help on the ground. As we look over Lubbock here tonight at the KAMC Skycam above downtown, there's nothing going on. Maybe some haze above the area. It's hard to tell, of course, at night, but it's not hard to tell during the sunsets because we see that almost every night, and we'll see that the next couple of nights too. Now, the big story here is with the tropical weather. I'm going to give you two different stories here. The first part is this is Tropical Storm Laura. This is now recently downgraded Tropical Storm Marco. These two storms have been the focus of our attention over the last few days as they've moved closer and closer to the U.S. mainland. Marco here is continuing to move towards the north. As you'll notice, this looks like the center of circulation is where it's spinning. This storm is a disaster. It is not well organized. It's very tilted. The center of circulation is actually right down here. It's like under a thunderstorm. It's not even, that's like the most messed up tropical storm or hurricane ever. It's very disorganized, so the overall impact from Marco, not going to be a very big one. We'll see this storm continue to move to the northwest and impacting possibly Houston. However, most of the rainfall might actually fall off of this storm. You see that big complex of storms? That might move north as the system itself moves west. Very interesting dynamics with that system in and of itself. It's a very messed up storm, not very impressive. This one, Laura, very different story as it's turning over. This is Haiti right here, and then we notice this is Cuba. Laura is much better organized. We were having some issues on where the Laura would go in terms of its relation with Cuba. If it sticks to the south side, it has the opportunity to avoid some of the mountainous region and then possibly actually strengthen over this little bay right here. And that's honestly a big deal because if this system stays intact, if Laura stays fairly well intact as it enters into the southeastern Gulf, that could be an issue. Let's go ahead and put this in motion here. You'll see this is where it comes off of Cuba into the southeastern Gulf, and it's currently noted as a Category 1 storm. I would not be surprised that as that storm moves through the Gulf, it upgrades. Could be a major hurricane as it approaches landfall. Where it drops off of Cuba is going to have an impact on where this cone of uncertainty shifts. It has been leaning more towards the west over the last couple of days. Houston is in play with this, just as far east over towards New Orleans. And so we're going to keep a close watch on that. Honestly, we're much more concerned about this tropical storm right now over the next few days and its potential impacts on us. As these storms move inland, they're actually going to help enhance our ridge of high pressure. Not good for our drought. We could see that. We'll see that continue. And this is the other part of my story here tonight. This is what you want to pay attention to. We're used to the above average temperatures. I've been showing you that here the last few weeks. This is the 8 to 14 day above average temperatures, also included in Lubbock. Not a big surprise, right? Well, that's all the bad news. Are you ready for this? Look at this. Watch this. Green, above average precipitation. Are you pumped? I'm pumped. I looked at it this morning and saw it above average precipitation likely or possible for our region 6 to 10 days out. Not this upcoming week, but 6 to 10 days out, and then you move it forward 8 to 14 days out. Look at that. It's green again. That's awesome. That's what we're talking about. Love it for our ag producers. We hope that verifies. This week, though, different story. We're seeing these temperatures in the low to mid 90s as we move towards the first part of the week. We're going to approach the 100-degree mark by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but we will hopefully see that shift. We're seeing some really important shifts in the forecast, and we'll have more on that coming up. Also coming up is Red Raider Nation, so stay with us.